In this video, we're going to learn how to take your video that you've edited and prepare it to put on the internet on YouTube. So the first thing we're going to do is, let's assume that we've got some timeline put together and we know that we feel pretty good about this, or it's a work in progress. There's lots of reasons why you'd put it on YouTube, because you can always take it off later once you're finished. So now we're going to choose File in the menu. We'll now choose Export and choose Export Media. Now this is going to open up the Adobe Media Encoder. So here it is. Now there's some settings we have to make sure we have dialed in before we move on. Choosing the right format is important. I like to use the H.264 for YouTube. Works pretty good. We want to choose the preset for YouTube, and we want to choose the output name. We need to make sure this is putting it in a place where we know where it's going. If you just click save and let it go, it's going to go where it wants to, and you might not know where that is. So I'm going to choose My Documents, and I think I've got a demo folder in here somewhere. There it is. Here's my demo project, and it's my encoded files. So let's just click save. So I know where it's going now. It doesn't matter where it is as long as I know where it is. Now I click OK, and now it's going to open up the Adobe Media Encoder. So this is a program that's sort of an addendum to the Premiere Suite, which allows us to crank out files from one format to another. So it'll take a Premiere project and recode all the frames of video into a YouTube ready format. So here's the choice, and what I'll do now is click Start Queue. And the Start Queue, if there's a whole list of things in here I'm trying to prepare, it's going to go through the whole batch of them. So here you can see it's cranking through the render. And rendering is a word that means we're taking files and turning them from one format to another. So it actually has to rewrite a bunch of code and create bits and bytes and save it in a new format, which is going to allow us to save it on YouTube. So once we've got this set up, I'm going to show you how to upload it to YouTube. Now that one took about 40 seconds to crank out, which was a pretty short video. So sometimes it'll take minutes, it might take 10-15 minutes. Sometimes if it's a long piece, it'll take up to an hour to render. Now that we've got that set up, we're going to see how to upload that to YouTube. So we log into our account, make sure that we've chosen login, and now we choose upload. This is real simple. So when we choose upload, select files from your computer. We have to go find where we put that, and you have to remember what folder you put it in. That was in my demo folder, demo project, and encoded files, and there it is, sequence 1. Notice this is an MP4, so MP4 is real YouTube friendly. It's got a little icon next to it that indicates it's a file for move, or from the Apple QuickTime format. And so the QuickTime icon is right next to it, and that's sort of an Apple proprietary property that they use to make some of their videos, including, of course, the MP4. So now we click open, and it's going to crank that thing up. And this is a chance that I have to change the title of it. I'm just going to call it Demo Upload. Very creative and interesting and exciting. I can describe it down here, and I think sometimes it wants to make sure that you use some of these descriptions. So I'm just going to type that in there. And you can see it's continuing to upload, and I'm going to put some tags in here. I'm just going to put Adobe. So privacy settings. Privacy settings, I can unlist it, I can keep it public. Most of the time you're going to want to go public, but unlisted is also a good choice since we're doing this for class. Category. In this case, we want to choose education and licensing and rights in case you have anything that does not belong to you. You want to make sure everything that you're using is your own creation. So in this class, we create things for our for public, but we need to make sure we're using Acid Music to create our music. We're not using copyrighted materials at any time. So now the thing's been uploaded. I want to make sure that I choose Save on the settings, and it's uploaded and it's cranking out a new file to use on the internet. And what I want to do next is be able to see where it's going to upload, and it might still be processing. Sometimes it takes a moment to process. And here's the finished piece. Now you may decide that once it's up there that you don't want it up there anymore. Maybe you've made an improved version. So learning how to take it down, you want to go to your account, and you want to choose Video Manager. And so here's this one, and I can just click this, and I should be able to remove it by selecting it. Once I've checked the selection box, I can now choose Actions and choose Delete. And you can delete as many at a time as you want to. So that one's now gone. That's how you upload your videos to YouTube, set them up, and work it from Premiere.